Hi, I've been day 108 or 109. I've been I've been trying to understand how I should stick, or what are the ways, or what are the ways to stick, or how to stick into a one niche for longer periods of time without seeing any results. And because that's what I'm struggling with right now. I've been jumping to different topics, different niche that interest me at that moment. And the problem with that is I've been jumping from one thing to another repeatedly to the point that I've never become an expert on one thing. And that's a big problem, especially with the generations these days. They jump from one thing to another, trying things out in their best interests, which some of them should, of course, to be able to figure out their thing, right? But the problem with mine is I figured it out, I made a decision, and then when it gets boring, I change it and find something else that are really interesting, and then convince myself to try that instead. And that really sucks. I wonder why I'm having that kind of trouble. And it really sucks. And I realized that the difference between an expert and the average is the average is just jumping from one thing to another, and the expert is sticking to one thing in the extraordinary amount of time and effort in order to make it work, and they endure the pain of not getting any results. And that's what I should do. That's what I should do to be able to be an expert on one thing. And I thought about my niche to become the intentional living, becoming intentional about life, about how we live and how we interact with people, and how our relationship should be, and all those decisions that we're trying to make. Become intentional, really intentional about it. And we'll see if I'm gonna stick to it. And with that phrase that I just said, it sounds to me that I lack commitment with it. And that's tough. That's tough. Because I don't want to commit to one thing and then eat my words and then just come across as inconsistent again. So I don't know anymore. How about you? What are your struggles? Do you still struggle? Do you struggle with that same thing? Because I really do. Maybe it's part of figuring things out, and we'll never know. Say bye for now.